Good afternoon. Yeah, it's BJ and Joe Hondo out and about on their Recumbents, and we're basically kind of ending our ride. We found out that they're starting phase 4 of the Creek Walk Trail in Manitou Springs, and well, the problem of it is it's not even really started. They're just going to have next Tuesday. They're going to have a walking tour, but you know it hasn't been graded out. There's no concrete poured, so it's not there yet. But I guess they're going to do an official start. They're doing a ribbon cutting and all that silly stuff. So yeah, so kind of a big disappointment. We had to find a way to get back out on the road to get back to the trail. So we ended up going through a bed and breakfast area. It was kind of cool looking, kind of almost old castle looking. And now like I said, we're heading home. Here's the duck pond, or actually it's a duck lake, as they call it now. And yeah, we're on the western side of the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail, and we've already put on about 15 miles. And howdy, and yeah, so like I said, we're heading home. We've need to do a little maintenance. I need to do a quick chain clean on both the trikes, so decided to try to get home a little early. Been a beautiful day, absolutely. Been kind of breezy, but not like super windy. Howdy. And so yeah, we going by the demonstration garden area. All right, now we got to go underneath Uena Street Bridge. That one metal boy. Yeah, when you hit it the other way, it doesn't make all that noise. Okay, gotta go up a hill here. There we go. But yeah, it's right at 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and like I said, we're on our way home to the apartment complex. Do a couple of quick chain cleans, and well, chain and rear cassette wipe down, and probably try to throw a little lube on the rear derailleur and a couple other points. But to be honest with you, they really need it needs a serious bath. But the only problem, you know, you get to this time of the year and you don't really want to waste a really nice day on giving the trikes a bath. You know, gotta wait for that day where it's only going to be 50, or maybe it's going to be 50, you know, in the morning, and then, you know, rain, you know, by the afternoon. So that's a good day to, you know, pull out the hose and clean up give the trikes a serious bath. Howdy. But yeah, this is a nice thank you. Yeah, I have to laugh because it always surprises me. I would think that the people that ride mountain style bikes, you know, would prefer the dirt on the other side. I don't know if you can see the other side of the trail or not. There's some open spots now because not as many leaves as there was before. Yeah. But yeah, so this is just kind of an ending for the yeah. Howdy. Yeah, we got everything. We got electric e-bikes. We got those electric motocross machine. We got a electric unicycle, and you've got us on 3 wheels. So that's a pretty good that's a pretty good mix. If you're looking for your usage statistics, it's a pretty good mix. Must be having something going on with the train tracks over here, because they were stopped here yesterday too. Or not yesterday, but the day before they were stopped. When I rode on Monday, just dead stopped. Looks like it's the same thing again. Almost the same kind of cars and everything. So yeah, there's something going on. There's a crew over here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I had to, sorry about that, I had to gear up one. Pretty flat right here, so I was spinning like crazy. And I'm not really good, I'm not a good spinner. I try to spin, but my spin's pretty slow. You know, a lot of guys say that recumbents, to be efficient, you have to have a 80 to 90 RPM all the time. Forget that, I die. My lungs would collapse, man. There's no way. I'm really happy if I can keep a 70 cadence, So, I mean, that's why I ended up getting the assist, because my legs just aren't as strong ever since I turned 70, which is just last August. Man, it just seems like the old body's backing off a little bit, trying to tell me something. Yeah, see, got the train's just stuck, just like it was yesterday. This is the Legacy Loop Fontenarrow Trailhead. It used to be the Fontenarrow Trailhead, but then they decided, since it's part of the Legacy Loop, to call it Legacy Loop, which is kind of, I don't know. Since it's on Fontenarrow, well, technically it's not. Technically it's on Recreational Way. But yeah, you come off on the highway, you want to get off at Fontenarrow Centennial. Howdy. And that's how you get over to the trailhead. And then you can go either north or south on the Greenway. And you can go long ways, either way. Well, I mean, technically you could, if you head south, you could go all the way to just north of the town of Fountain at the Fountain Nature Center. That's where the trail ends that way, or starts from down that way. Fountain's about 20 miles south. And if you turned and headed north, well, you could take that all the way to Palmer Lake. Small towns of Monument and Palmer Lake. And yes, the trail does go further, but you better have a very mean mountain bike, or like my friend Pitmaster Toby, you better have a really badass Tie Fly X with 26-inch wheels with knobbies on them, to be able to go any further than Palmer Lake. So for just a regular trike, you know, with street tires, yeah, Palmer Lake would be about as far as you can go. And I will tell you, if you headed north, some of the stuff is really, you know, it's gravel, so it's kind of, you know, real loose in places. And if you get an uphill slope and you don't have e-assist, yikes! It's really hard. Joe and I did it without e-assist not a couple years ago or so, maybe even 3 years ago, I don't know. But man, it was rough. We get into 1.5 to 2 inch gravel and just stop dead. So I'd have to push the trikes out of the deeper stuff. Now, earlier this year we went up to Ice Lake on the that trail going up there is the new Santa Fe Trail, and which is part of the Front Range Trail, which will never be finished. That one is supposed to go from Wyoming to New Mexico through Colorado. So I doubt seriously we'll ever see the see that one come to fruition. Certainly won't in our little bit of lifetime we've got left. So but yeah, hopefully let's see, today is Thursday, so it's getting close to Friday. But yeah, tomorrow Joe's got a doctor's appointment, and they'll pick her up. Pace will pick her up and feed her lunch, and pick her up, and then she'll get up there before noon. They'll feed her lunch at noon, and then she's got to wait around for 2 hours to go to her appointment. But they usually have some kind of games or little exercise thing or whatever. So knowing Joe, she'll probably go do that, or they'll have bingo. Joe really likes bingo. I play it now when they have it, like just before we go to Tai Chi class on Tuesdays. But to be honest with you, bingo doesn't excite me much. Yeah, just not my thing. But so we're almost to the Pop Cycle Bridge, POPCYCLE, not popsicle, Pop Cycle. Oh boy, whew. Yeah. I'm feeling kind of whipped today for some reason. I don't know why. Like I said, it's been a really nice day. It's been windy. Yeah, it's been more than breezy. It's been windy, but not terrible. We headed out to, went down the west side of the Pikes Peak Greenway all the way into down to America the Beautiful Park. Picked up Midland, and took Midland all the way to where it turns into Creek Walk Trail in Manitou Springs. And we took the trail all the way to Mayfair Drive, and hoping to, because that's where they said that the ribbon cutting ceremony on Tuesday was going to be. But usually, when they have a ribbon cutting ceremony, that's after they've finished. Howdy. Hello. And so like I said, we're going to come off the trail now and head up to our apartment. And that complex right there, kind of with the darkish trim and the beigeish exterior, that's where we live. Yeah. So we're heading in, and like I said, we're going to do a little maintenance before we put the trikes away. But there's a lot more room in the back than there is in the front. But I thought, I'd just like to do a little audio narrative, so you'll know what was going on today. So most of the video will be music. So kick back, enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Out and About on the Recumbents with BJ and Joe Ondo. And just want to say thank you to our subscribers. If you're new, welcome. Love to have you as a subscriber. And, well, as we always say, from BJ and Joe Ondo, Out and About on the Recumbents. Till we come together next time, folks, happy trails. Bye.